Hello. We are back after what seems like a forever hiatus. With Genshin Impact, my name is Creatrix Tiara, coming to you from Melbourne, Australia, or also better known as the lands of the Bunwarong and Warong people of the Kulin Nations. I pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land and to my elders past and present and any indigenous people watching. This also will be Aboriginal land. Right, yes. So, we've got a couple of announcements which sort of partly relate to why there was no Genshin Impact stream last week. And there's also been a lot of big personal news. I want to talk about the personal news first, though, because I want to spend the sort of more time talking about the Genshin Impact news, really. But, like, no one's here yet. So I might end up repeating my personal news. But the personal news is I am now gainfully employed. I've been looking for work for what feels like forever. And now I have 2 jobs. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I've never had a job, but they've usually been like very short term, right? Or very like one project at a time. So it's 2 fairly stable jobs. I would say what they are. Firstly, because the companies have their own social media protocols, and so like I can't super like say like, oh, I work at blah blah blah. But like one is kind of a supermarket. That's a casual hours, something. But the other one is an admin job for kind of a community organization or something along those lines. That, again, I'm keeping it a bit vague because social media policies, they're pretty strict about like, oh, don't just throw our name here because it might affect, well, it's affect their branding, but more affects like whether you stay employed or not. I've been in trouble with that before in like previous jobs. So yeah, so one of them has definitely been confirmed. Like I did an induction this morning. The other one, I've signed the contract. I'm just waiting for my boss to like come back with his signature, and then we're like good to go. So what does that mean going forward in terms of schedule? Well, as you could probably tell, I haven't been doing a ton of streaming on Tuesdays. I did the Turnip Boy stream, but that Tuesday stream is a little bit on thin ice. No one's really come to the Tuesday stream. Like maybe one person has showed up sort of at the end, but there's like no one really watching it anyway. And Tuesday's gonna be like one of the days where I'm gonna be working like the whole day. Yeah, they're both part-time, like one's part-time, one's casual, but it's almost a full-time schedule for me, which is gonna be interesting. And I might end up having to drop the jobs if it gets too hectic. But anyway, so the Tuesday streams are a little bit on thin ice. So they might not continue, or if they continue, it might be like once in a while, as sort of bonus streams if something interesting comes up, because they're a Wildcard anyway, right? So if there's like sort of a shorter game, or there's a bunch of updates coming, like Disney Dreamlight Valley's got an update coming today, actually, today, tomorrow, depending on like, it's the 16th, but I don't know like whose time zone 16th. So it might be worth like doing some of that, but again, or like Octopath Traveler is coming out, and thinking like my first paycheck to buying a copy of Octopath Traveler 2. Love that game. But it's a very involved game, right? And Octopath Traveler is one of those games that I just want to like play on my own 4 hours at a time, like Persona 4 is. So that's kind of a question mark. Thursday streams, the Genshin streams, I do want to keep. Their timing might change. Because one of the most likely the casual job, the shift sort of end an hour before the stream, but I want to give myself time to come home and like set everything up. So the timing might change on these Genshin streams to like later in the evening, which is gonna be tricky because it's not really a good time zone for anybody. I barely get anyone watching as it is. But we'll see, right? Like, I think this sort of like the side benefit of not really having much in the way of viewership. You can do whatever you want with timing, and it wouldn't really disrupt much. So the Sunday's Magic in Video Game stream that is probably still gonna happen. The thing that would affect that more is that if like one of the jobs requires me to go on an event somewhere, I might not be around. But more impactful is that on Sundays I do a family call, and we have to manage 3 time zones worth of information. And 2 of those time zones, mine and someone else's, involve daylight savings. And so depending on whose daylight savings is where, the time like we do this call could change. So right now it's sort of 5 p.m. on the Sundays because the family call happens after, but it might switch. So it might, and the Sunday stream might end up happening in the evening, like 7 p.m. like these other streams, so sort of later. So we'll see. So yeah, so that's sort of my personal update, in that I'm very busy suddenly. Hopefully I don't get too burnt out. I spent all of 2022 like resting. Well, the first 3 months were like pretty busy, and then April was supposed to be my busiest month. I did fuck all because I got COVID. First of 3 times. Lost everything. So that's the personal news. And if anyone comes by later and it's like, oh, what's the news? I'll just repeat what I said. But so the Genshin news, and let's talk about Genshin while I sort of check event ending. Yeah, like I haven't like checked into this game in like a hot minute. So why though? Why have I not checked into this game in this hot minute, and why have I like not streamed last week? Well, the reason I haven't checked into the game in hot minute is because I've had a very hectic few days. I was in a symposium the last couple of days, and all this job stuff, and so my brain was all over the place. But also, right, so this is going to get to potentially like triggering territory. But it's good news in the end. But last week, exactly a week ago, news broke that, news broke that Elliot Gindi, who voices he was the English voice actor for Tainari, was basically a sexual predator. There were one of the moderators from his former Discord had collected all this evidence from Elliot's victims, and talked about how he reached out to younger fans, sort of use his position as being Tainari's VA to sexually harass them and lure them in and manipulate them, and threaten self-harm if they tried to push back against it, which was very disturbing. And then Elliot was put out an apology. It supposedly disappeared, but there's been burner accounts of his and or copycats, which even if it's not him, it's still disturbing. But continuing to harass this his victims, a lot of whom were minors. The age range is getting younger and younger, and it's been pretty disturbing. And he's also used other VAs as damage control, right? Karina, who voices Paimon, has had Taylor thread about how Ellie had reached out to them first and sort of trauma dumped on them, basically. Even a watered out version, and it was still bad. And they've had to deal with sort of the emotional fallout of that. He's used the name of another VA to be as a way to manipulate fans, and it's a lot. I won't get too much more into it. I've said plenty. If you want more information, Fretcore on Twitter, FRETCORE, who was the mod that broke the news, has been doing this incredible work putting together this evidence, and talking to victims and just doing all this outreach. And I offered to buy Fretcore a coffee, but he turned me down. That's fine. I'm not gonna hassle them, throw money at them. I just thought, you've done so much work. Can we give you some money for self-care? That's find yourself a treat. No, but they've done some incredible work putting these resources together. But today, exactly a week after the news broke out, Genshin Impact Hoyoverse officially announced on their socials that Elliot Gindi is no longer voicing Tainari. They're in the process of recasting, and they're gonna re-record his lines, and that's gonna come in future updates. So yeah, the Predator's gone, the Groomer's gone, Elliot's gone. Fuck off. Or was it the line like everyone quotes now that sort of backfired against him? Like, what are they gonna do? Lock me up? And yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, my feeling on prison abolition aside, man, come on, man. Like, I have had the unfortunate experience of knowing predators firsthand in like intimate ways. Uh, you assume what you want from that, but it's like I've never been sort of victim. Well, that's like, hang on, I'm not going to go into my trauma, but it's harrowing. It's pretty fucking harrowing, and I'm sort of annoyed at myself also because I gave Elliot money. Like I used to follow, like watch his streams, not super regularly, but when did come on to watch that because I thought it was funny. And I remember looking one time at his, I think it was Stream Elements or like Streamlabs or something. Like, yeah, and, you know, just want to like throw some money. I think like $5 or something. Nothing like super crazy. And seeing the Streamlabs page and like one other person had donated to him. It's like, oh, that's weird. That's interesting. Oh, let me just throw some money at you. Took him forever to acknowledge it on stream. Like I joined the Discord, but I never really talked on it. You know, it was mostly just like most of what I saw was like him, and I was like, yeah, I'm on stream, and so he's never reached out to me, which is good now. Don't know what I'd do if he tried. I mean, I'm not his type, clearly. He keeps asking everyone like, oh, are you a cis female in the US? Like, I mean, no and no. I'm non-binary and nowhere near the same side of the Pacific Ocean as you. But also, like I am a good deal older than Elliot. Elliot is 31. I'm 37. I don't seem it, but I am. So I'm definitely not his type. Making light of a terrible situation. But you know, it's not like he would survey anyone's like age, you know. But he's like, oh, I always made sure they were not a minor. Like, yeah, sure you did. So I don't know, like what I would have done. Like I was thinking about this, like what if he tried to pull something on me? Like even if it's not necessarily to the point of like manipulation, just like being like a weirdo, creepy guy. You know, like your usual like random dick pic dude. Like I was sort of wondering, like, what would he do? It'd be me. I honestly would not have considered talking to the mods as an option, and I say this as a mod for someone else. Like, I am a mod for Argon Matrix, who does Stardew Valley videos on YouTube, so whole different platform, whole different situation. I'm not super active as a mod. I've just like became a mod last year, and then like life took so many turns, so not super active as a mod. But like it would not have ever occurred to me to be like, if something like Elliot had happened to me, you'd be like, oh, by the way, to be like, do the mods, like if you're a mod for someone who's like relatively famous, do the mods have power to police the famous person? I've seen it happen with others, but yeah, I think I would have probably just been very flabbergasted. I'd be like, what the fuck interaction is this? Like, would I like blow the whistle? Maybe, I don't know. I think I would probably be also caught in a little bit of a retribution. Like, you know, on the one hand, what can he do with my career, right? We're halfway across the world from each other. Yeah, like, realistically, what can he do, right? It's like, he might stop me from being the stage magician consultant for Fontaine, by the way. If you're listening, I am very interested. I mean, I'd invest Trinary, but I think I'll be much better off a stage magician consultant. You know, like that's as much power as you can try. It's just that I've also, like a former friend, tried to pull the whole, like, if you don't do what I say, you'll never make it in this town situation. Not exactly like Elliot did. I did that to a victim once, but like I had a former close friend try to pull that on me. And that's when I had to like, I found out about him being a predator and went and confronted him about it. Turned to months of gaslighting, and then sort of one of his final things to do was like to tell me like, oh, you know, like you probably would have like made the friends that you made right now, but like I basically insinuating like I'm the one who connected you to all these people, and you probably have gone very far without me. And I was like, fuck off. That was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Like after this month of gaslighting. And because I've had the other people try to pull that before, like, oh, you won't make it in this town without me. And it's like, fuck you. Gain a shred of self-awareness. Goodbye. And I blocked him. It's been like, God, it's been like 6 years or something at this point. And guess what? I thrived without him. Like, you know. So fuck that guy. But I do feel like if Elliot had tried something on me, there would have probably been a minute of me being like, do I say something or is this gonna backfire on me? But like, there's also a part of me that's probably gonna be like, blow it up on Twitter and see what happens. But at least now, if I'm in a weird parasocial situation and someone's being creepy, I'll just blow it up on Twitter. That's why the fuck not. Anyway, so that's that with our announcements. So I haven't actually sort of followed up on Genshin in a while. I finished the Lisa quest that we did 2 weeks ago, because I was about to finish. I didn't realize that if you've checked it every day, Lisa is somewhere else. And so I missed all of that. Ooh, oh my god, I forgot this was a thing. I started this. I did like sort of one round of this. Warrior spirit thing. So I was thinking like, yeah, and we got like somewhat quest, right? Right, so that's the divine emissary, that's the oh, okay. So I was thinking if we sort of clear a couple of this quest. I totally forgot about the Arataki to Biddle Brawl. But if yeah, so let's do the warrior spirit one, because I think it's been a while, and so I'll probably be able to finish it both off today. And then I am blanking. I can do the Ataki Ito one. Next, if you have time. That's like, what's happening with my announcement? Expedition reward, which I've not picked up. Reputation. Ah, right. Yes, I'll try to get the recipes. God, my brain. It is 35 degrees Celsius out, which is stupid hot. And it's gonna get hotter. It's probably gonna be a 50-degree heat wave. Melbourne's weather is kind of like very cold or very hot. Hardly a in between. So, and I've had a bit of a heat stroke. It's a bit headachy. So my brain's not entirely here. TBH. But yeah, let's go investigate what this is. Where am I going? Where do you need me to go? I really like that bookshop will like give you new books on every update. Like how you get different recipes. Can you give me more books?
Whoa! There's already a crowd gathering in front of the bulletin board! Let Paimon see! Coming through!
Oh, I didn't expect the votes to differ by that much. I thought for sure that Masako would win, given that warrior spirit is a competition unique to Inazuma.
Just as I predicted. After all, the case files of Miss Orith is a recent bestseller. Not only is the story interesting, but the book's illustrations of Fontaine outfits are also really unique.
Oh, is this sort of the backstory to Ayaka's like Fontaine outfit? Right. Also, I forget. I knew there was a competition to vote on like what outfit Ayaka was going to wear, but I didn't really was like side competition of picking like the actual outfit that gets up for voting.
Besides, don't you think that Miss Orith's character is a good fit for Miss Kamisato?
Well,
Is Miss Orith a
is
magician?
fiercely competitive, but loves to play pranks on others, which is nearly the complete opposite of Miss Kamisato. However, it'll be interesting to see Miss Kamisato in a Fontaine outfit.
Is Miss Orith by any chance a stage magician? Or something related to stage magic? And if so, can I voice her? Hoyoverse, if you're listening.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you and me both, Paimon.
Oh, look! There are some options for the outfits! Pretty please Kitsune Guji. The case files of Miss Orith.
I mean, case files implies Miss Orith is a detective, which I'm also
Hold on!
digging.
Didn't they the choices were gonna be between the 4 seasons of Inazuma, when did they switch to cosplay outfits from light novels? Paimon thinks we need to find out what happened. Come on, let's find Ayaka at the
There's been a
Yashiro
sabotage of the costumes. Where am I going? Also, if I take like more breaks than usual on this, as I said, I'm a little bit heat-stroked. I've had water. I've had exposure to cool air. The air conditioning in my building is a bit like, fuck. Oh, I need to go all the way there. But I've just had been on about all day today, so long induction. Not long, but like, you know, early morning induction. I had doctor's appointment, so I'm feeling a little bit. And I've got like my first trading shift at my job tomorrow. One of the jobs tomorrow, so. Alright.
I'm terribly sorry. I was the one who mixed up the 2 voting boxes.
Oh no!
By the time Mr. Onodera came back from his business trip, the results had already been announced.
Oh, right. So it was sort of separate voting.
In an effort to keep things confidential, we specifically didn't mark the ballots with the title of the poll. I regret that decision now that everything's gone mixed up.
Can you imagine, like, you do this at, like, sort of a regular election. You don't say what the ballot is for, and you end up getting, like, random states votes in random elections. Like, here's, like, a vote from Queensland in the Victoria election. What?
No way! Something did go wrong with the outfit voting!
Traveler Paimon, it seems you've also heard about the results.
Yeah, and we're not the only ones. It felt like everyone we saw on the way here was talking about it. What are you going to do?
Miss Kamisato, we're the ones responsible for this blunder. I'll go reorganize a vote right now, and we'll set things straight.
Please wait, Onodera. There might be yet another solution.
I mean, we know the fact that the outfit exists as a thing you can buy means they're gonna go with the cosplay.
The poll error is something that only the competition organizers are aware of. The public didn't seem to notice anything wrong with the ballots. Moreover, there were no complaints when people thought that outfits from popular works would make an appearance in the exhibition match. On the contrary, everyone seemed to think it was a special surprise. Since our goal was to generate interest in the competition, the consequences of this mistake shouldn't be viewed as a blunder.
Yeah.
Wait, Ayaka, so do you mean that...
Yes, I think we should just make the best of this mistake. In the final exhibition match, I'll simply wear whichever outfit accumulated the most votes.
Yes, but that will make things difficult for you, Miss Kamisato. Unlike outfits tailored for martial arts, the outfits from the novels aren't designed
I've
for
seen people
combat.
do impressive things in cosplay. Like, I love this cosplay circus artists. There's not a ton of them, but they're cool.
It won't be a problem. The Fontaine-style dress from the novel shouldn't be too heavy, so it won't affect my abilities. I'll try to get used to it, even if it's quite different than something I'm accustomed to wearing.
I love that we saw, like, Ayaka's Fontaine outfit in the announcement. So many of us were like, oh, did she go to Fontaine or something? It turns out it's fucking cosplay.
Wow, Ayaka is speaking calmly, but Paimon can still feel her courage.
All right, I understand. In that case, we'll proceed with Miss Kamisato's proposal. The outfit we prepare for the reader's meet and greet will be tailored and adjusted according to Miss Kamisato's figure. We'll ensure that the outfit is completely ready for the exhibition match.
Oh my god, read and read.
Thank you. It's a lot
Give
to
a ticket to
handle,
the author.
but I'm sure you can manage.
Ayaka, will you really be okay wearing some character's cosplay in the exhibition match? You're not pushing yourself because we're here, are you?
No, please don't worry. I actually feel relaxed and even a little joyful
Aw.
at the moment. Before, the thought of wearing a fancy dress on the stage of the exhibition match had me worried. I was concerned about whether I would be presentable enough to meet the audience's expectations. However, if I'm wearing the same clothes as a fictional character, then it shouldn't be too big of an issue. The detective in the novel is
Okay,
known
right.
for being mischievous and doing things her own way.
Right, so Miss Orith is a detective. Is Miss Orith also a stage magician? In which case, Hoyoverse. I mean, look, honestly, if Hoyoverse cast me as whoever, I'd be down. Like...
Everyone watching the exhibition match will be able to experience something new in a traditional form. And that's not all. Deep down, I've always been looking forward to the day I could wear something different from what I normally do.
We didn't give ways to get her to break out of her shell. I think she's very eager to get out of her shell. It's just like she's sort of stuck with responsibility.
Traveler, not long after we met, I remember you mentioning that Liyue, Mondstadt, and every nation has their own unique fashion.
Ooh!
At that time, I couldn't imagine that one day I would be able to experience all these foreign places. But now, all those wishes that were once impossible don't seem so far out of reach. Besides, my mother was always curious about outfits from other countries when she was alive. This time, I will be able to fulfill my mother's dream.
I hope someone has done fan art of Ayaka in different national costumes.
Thinking about it that way, this special outfit can indeed be called a surprise.
Huh. In that case, this whole accident with the vote turned out to be a good thing. Well, now that this is all settled, let's get ready and go to the arena.
Yes, I know you will do great, Traveler. Onodera and I will also head to the arena to watch your fight once we've confirmed my outfit's measurements.
Okay, great. Right, yep. Who am I fighting? What Aramite guy is this? Again, I'm seeing this on my OBS, so this is probably way too small for me to read. That's fine. Oops. I'll just teleport there. Fight team. I'm not like a huge fan of the combat-based events. Not that I think they're terrible or anything, but you know, they're just like sort of not necessarily the most exciting thing for me. I know like Genshin has a lot of combat, but like, you know, I like the sort of like doing things and helping people. My favorite event thus far has been the bartending one. That was great. I was sort of like part D&D, part paying attention to this, but I love the coffee shop games like Valhalla, set in a bar. Coffee Talk, I think, is another one. It's sort of like a little bit fantasy-ish coffee shop thing. Yeah, those games are my jam, so love that bartending one. And then the shop one, they had one update, was like interesting. Like I feel like it could have been a little bit bigger, better than it ended up being. It felt very arbitrary, but shop. Hello. Sure. That's try hard. You try hard, and then it's that you get the rewards under the level. I'm not gonna try pro. Right, so new banners are Hu Tao and Yelan. I've got Yelan. Do not like Hu Tao, so. Hello. My god, this sequence always takes forever.
Your journey ends here.
Oh, don't tell me you're one of those assholes that's like... Oh shit. What you meant to parry? Come on. It's sort of a timing thing to this, isn't it? Oh god, okay. Oh damn! The fuck just happened? Okay, so it looks like it sort of charge off the thing. Oh, come on. That should have worked. Or maybe the timing just wasn't right. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. I see what's happening. You sort of like, we dead. Ah, sweet. Cool. Got you down, animate boy. Oh my god. Imagine if they brought in like Jet. Oh, that reminds me. There's apparently like another part of the Jet quest where she runs away. So let me just sort of finish this off, I guess, and then we'll investigate what the deal is with this Jet quest. Alright. Sure, who am I fighting next? Oh, no, wait. No. Oh, I thought you could, like, pick a different challenger for it. Come on. Duh. Like, I thought you sort of, like, stay in the arena, talk to that girl, and be like, I want to try someone else now. Never mind. Ooh, feeding him super well. Heat stroke, man. Not fun. Do not recommend it. Let's see. Making this, like, announcement. You guys are, if you're watching this stream, you're theoretically sort of the first people that find out about the jobs. My family were, like, the first. And then also, like, my bestie. But, sorry. Phone's getting tangled in, like, cables. Oh, I missed the thing where you, like, get the timer up, but that's fine. Oh my god! Really? Really, we're fighting the dog? Are you kidding me? What? No, we're not fighting the dog. Why are we fighting the dog? Tarumaru. What? Why are we fighting the dog? I was gonna say that 500 times, like that changes anything. Drink some water, especially if you're also in Melbourne or somewhere in Australia where it's like 5,000 degrees. Okay, yeah. So Taromaru I find has the same thing where it's like the parry charges up. Let's see if we can do this faster. No. What? Doggo. I'm not a huge fan of dogs, but I don't sword fight. Oh my god. So this is an account on TikTok which has a dog that they taught how to sword fight. It's very funny. That's a dog. It's a different breed of dog, but I'll say the same dog. Hello. Oi. Oh my god, why are you big? Jesus Christ. What? Oh Jesus. Oh, you're hard. It's hard because I don't know what your pattern is like. Alright, I'm parrying and I can't exactly like leave. Oh wow, that like floored him. You all would be dead. Woof woof woof. Ah, God. Like this fighting one is less like a fighting one and more like a timing one, right? Come on. There we go. ASMR free. So I realized when I think I was playing Turnip Boy that you could hear the clacking of the mic of the controllers. Ah, sorry. Well, I'll bring my mouse so it's gonna change. I'll Genshin loads. I'm playing this on a PS4. Okay. Who are we fighting next? Ooh, okay. Oh, there's a different thing, which I can't read. Imagine if like one of the people you had to fight was like an actual playable character. Oh, maybe you have to fight Ayaka. Maybe. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, do you fight? I feel like, haven't there been challenges where you like fight playable characters or something? Like, yeah, let's do it. Oh god, this guy's gonna charge through me. I have the Genshin Impact, like the Hoyoverse mix on my as my alarm. Sometimes this songs like this show up and they give me a heart attack. Ahaha! Ah, god. Ooh, nice! And die. Oh, okay, that... Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, I do not know what the fuck I just triggered, but that looks cool.
Fall before me. This is an erase to my blade.
Oof.
Fall before me.
Ah!
I'm ready.
Oh Jesus, that was terrifying. Prepare to be blown away, as she says.
Fall before me. One strike will suffice.
Oh my god.
Fall before me. Take this.
Oh my god, it's always... Die, you asshole. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the... I beat it under 75 seconds thing from any of these people, but that's fine. And now that we beat this guy, we've unlocked the next bit in the quest. I think we're fighting Ayaka. Honestly. You don't get a free skin though. Skin is but you need to buy the skin. And I've not paid a cent on Genshin Impact, and I don't feel the need to. I've come close 2 times, once for Kazuha, once for Nahida, because I was grinding all of these Primo Gems, and I lost the 50-50s on both of them. Very annoying. I got Diluc one time, which, I mean, the only reason that was extra annoying was because I already had Diluc. But I haven't used him. He's like leveled up enough that I could use him, I just haven't. Nahida, where do you want it?
Your skills are superb. I've been thoroughly bested.
Oh, you talk, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, after an exhilarating battle, the champion for the Warrior Spirit sword fighting exhibition has been decided. Give it up
What is
for
this accent?
the Traveler!
Traveler! Though nani.
Tomorrow, we will conduct the final exhibition match. The Traveler and Miss Kami
It is Ayaka!
versus the Almighty Shogun's chosen envoy.
It is Ayaka, I was
humanoid
right.
known as the Magu Kengo.
Oh, wait, no. With Ayaka. Fuck, oh my god. That
We'll
guy's
see
hectic.
you then.
That was a most thrilling match, Traveler.
Congratulations, Traveler. You've certainly earned your title as the champion.
Paimon had no idea that tomorrow's opponent would be the Magu Kengo. That name sounds similar to that troublesome one we encountered on Yashiori Island. Oh, Paimon
It might
doesn't
actually
think
be
it'll
the
an
same one.
easy fight.
I don't think they've got clones.
Don't worry, Paimon. The Shogun's chosen envoy may be strong, but tomorrow's match doesn't prohibit the use of visions. We'll make a formidable team.
Aha! Okay.
As long as we can track its moves, an opportunity to strike back will present itself.
Oh, hearing your confidence sure makes
Oh,
Paimon
it's sort
feel
of
better.
a trial. Like, that's some of these events to sort of be like character
I
trials.
cannot guarantee that we will win, but we must try our best. If just to give the crowd a show they will not forget.
I can tell you two are already raring to go, but it'd be best to conserve your energy and get some rest tonight.
We'll also be able to see Ayaka's new outfit when we wake up tomorrow. Ayaka in a Fontaine dress. Oh, Paimon can't wait!
Ah, yes. Oh, well.
Sounds like there's no way around it, Miss Ayaka. Oh, if I wasn't busy tomorrow, I would
Come.
have loved to come see as well.
Ah, I suppose it's settled then. I'll wait for you at the Kamisato estate tomorrow morning.
Come. Wait until the next day. 5:12. There you go.
It's about time to head over to the Kamisato estate and pick up Ayaka. Oh, Paimon's been waiting to finally see Ayaka in her exhibition outfit.
No border patrol can fight. Oh, hang on. I need to zoom out. Where am I going? I don't know what things are anymore. Alright.
Ah, you're finally here.
Ugh, it's Hirotatsu.
Oh,
Traveler already beat you a few days ago and won the championship. What else do you have to say?
Don't worry, I'm not here to cause
Violet.
trouble. I just wanted to apologize.
Oh yeah, because he
Traveler,
was like, I'm the
I
best
lost
guy
to
ever.
you fair and square a few
You
days
don't
ago.
care about us much.
Your swordsmanship is excellent. Each strike was precise, but not aggressive,
Was it
which
really?
speaks to your character. I ask your forgiveness for misjudging you and offending you with my words and actions.
You know, some people could stand to learn an apology like this.
the two of you must be here to pick up Miss Kamisato. She's in the dressing room right now and should be out soon. Traveler, before the young lady comes out, I have a bit of a presumptuous request that I hope you can consider. Although the young lady has never mentioned today's exhibition match to us retainers, she has spared a few hours every evening to practice her swordsmanship, despite how busy she is. The young lady has always been diligent and conscientious, although it's just an exhibition match, and it won't matter if she loses. I trust that she will do her best to win. As a retainer, I do believe in her, of course, but I still hope you can support the young lady in the arena and ensure her safety. Traveler, I leave the young lady in your hands.
Vague sad on it. Ooh! Ooh, hello. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's super cute. It's a bit gothic Lolita. That's super cute. Oh, you're in love. Aw, super. Oh, the hair. That's so adorable. I mean, I don't have Ayaka, so like getting her skin is kind of a moot point. But like,
Oh? What's the matter? Why are you two so silent? Is there something wrong with the outfit?
no, you look gorgeous.
No. Ayaka, you look amazing. You're radiating beauty. Just look at it. It even has the crest of the Kamisato clan embroidered on it.
Yes. Onodera had someone from the family make it over the last few days. I heard it was based on suggestions that the spectators had written on the ballots.
Ooh, okay.
The outfit is well tailored and offers more freedom of movement than I had expected.
Paimon can't wait to see the look on everyone's faces
Zia
when
and
they
Hone
see
need to
Ayaka.
cosplay this version.
Thank you for the compliments, Paimon. Traveler? Now that we're ready, let's head to the arena.
My lady, Traveler, I wish you all the best in the exhibition match.
Alright, we're back. Now, before we sort of continue with this though, I need to go take a bathroom break. So let me just make sure we're not in like something that will trigger a cutscene. Nope. Great. I'm gonna put it on pause and be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm getting a bit headachy.
When I don't have much to keep me occupied, old thought patterns start to creep back in, and as soon as I start
We need to
talking
get you
about it,
therapy.
flashbacks start.
They're always the one character that would like most of its therapists has had a terrible voice actor.
Hey, look! Miss Kamisato and the Traveler have arrived!
Although I've seen illustrations of this outfit before, seeing Miss Kamisato wear it truly brings some unique flair.
they are
it was
my
worth
familiars,
lining
yeah.
up super early to get front row seats. I'm really
There
looking
doesn't seem to
forward
be
to
like a
today's
ton
match.
of you guys though.
Wow. Ayaka became the center of attention the moment she appeared.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Reina
The
and
Warrior
Rana,
Spirit Exhibition
long-lost
match
siblings.
is about to begin. Please enter the arena in an orderly fashion and take your seats. Miss Kamisato, Traveler, please come with me.
Are you ready, Traveler? Good. Let's give it our best. I look forward to fighting beside you.
Oh, hang on. Just sort of slightly pulled a muscle in my neck. I've only just caught a non. Oh no, sorry. I thought it was like when he shifts his body, he has a certain shape. I know that actually it's a giant mask. I thought it was like, oh, you know, like sort of an optical illusion. Nah, that's just the mask he literally has. Alright, so how does this work? Alright.
Take flight! What an overwhelming presence. Certainly worth it being the Almighty Shogun's chosen envoy. But with you by my side, we will emerge victorious. Let's go!
Ooh, shit. I keep forgetting you need to carry these things.
Unthinkable!
Oh, come on!
Whirling snow!
Ay, ay, ay.
Embrace the ice!
Oh, I guess because now it's like, it's with the visions too.
My apologies.
Everything to this Magu can do, like, fight counted for like material hunting. Ah, Jesus.
Take flight.
Because I still need to get Sayu stuff. Alright. I got an achievement. For what though? I don't understand. I don't know yet. Didn't catch it. Do. Unless it's like a different final one. Because you even get a chance to pick a difficulty. There you go.
Traveler! Ayaka!
Oops.
That was an extraordinary match. I don't know much about swordsmanship, but even I was caught up in the tense atmosphere of the arena. My heart's still pounding even now.
Your opponent's moves kept surprising Paimon, but it seems like the two of you were prepared for that.
Traveler, Miss Kamisato.
Oh, good.
Congratulations on winning the exhibition match.
Hey, it's Sora! You came to watch the competition too?
I was ordered by the Almighty Shogun to observe this competition. You two displayed remarkable swordsmanship and cooperation. Not only did you present the beauty of the sword arts to the audience, I was also able to learn quite a bit myself.
I'm flattered.
All of you have been busy with various preparations for the competition. Today marks a perfect ending to this Warrior Spirit event. Your efforts have been recognized by the Almighty Shogun. I must return to the Tenshukaku and report on what happened at the exhibition match to the Almighty Shogun. Everyone, please excuse me.
By the way, does everyone have plans now? If not, why don't we go to Uyu Restaurant for a victory
Food.
meal?
Great idea! We've been so focused on the realization lately that it's been a while
Yes,
since
food
we've
is
had
important.
a good meal. Let's go.
What's up, Ayaka?
Oh, it's nothing. The effects of winning are only now starting
What
to
would
sink
happen
in.
if Mango Kenku won?
Kujo-Sara said that she learned a lot from the fight, and so did I. Although the audience members might not have noticed, there were many moments where I would have been in trouble if it weren't for you by my side, drawing away the opponent's attacks.
I didn't even pull myself at all.
Without you, it would have been impossible for me to win on my own. It's just
Well,
as I
you did all of
expected.
it on my end.
My swordsmanship is still far from your level. Really? Hearing you say that
You
makes
did
me
the
want to
entire thing
spar with
yourself,
you all of a
Ayaka.
sudden. To tell you the truth, I've been hoping for an opportunity to spar with you ever since
Spar
we
with
first
me, yeah.
met. That wish was half fulfilled today at the exhibition match. Sure. But until then, make sure you take good care of your sword. If I ever manage to
Hello.
steal it one day, your life will also be in my hands.
Dun dun.
I've always wanted to say something like that. Did it sound strange?
Hey, what's the holdup here? What are you talking
We're just
about?
flirting, Paimon. Let us be.
We were just talking about having a match to determine which of us is the superior sword fighter.
Wow, you are so serious when it comes to swordsmanship. But aren't you friends with the Traveler? Why do you need a match?
It's precisely because we're friends that we should spar often and learn from each other.
Oh, guess that kind of
Spar.
makes sense.
Spar. Quotation marks.
Traveler, keep all I just said a secret?
Sure.
Huh? What did Ayaka say?
Nothing. Let's get going.
Spar, is it? Was it sparring? Was it really sparring? Alright, so that's all done. Oh, I guess you could fight him, like, properly. You know, let's finish it out. Why not? Why not finish it out? Oh, the update announcement for Genshin Impact 3.5? No, 3. It would be 3.5, right? Like, okay, 3.0 was to Mary proper. 3.1 was the desert. 3.2... Yeah, this would be 3.4, I think. Yeah. I don't know, maybe. Anyway. 3.4, 3.5. It's tomorrow. Well, it's Friday morning, America time. Which means it's either Friday night, our time, or Saturday the next day. I think it's Friday. Usually sort of nighttime. I mean, you could do a watch party, but I don't think it doesn't be around. Yeah, what's coming up? I don't know. We've got a couple more people coming, right? Like, Dea's coming. Kave is coming. I'm not sure that I particularly want to pull for. Like, I wouldn't mind, but I kind of want to see how they both work before I start deciding who I'm going to pull for. Yeah, I'll hate them that pull for this round, and I still haven't used him yet. Yeah, I'm just curious to see like what the events and what like sort of quest things will be. You know, I've got I sort of sometimes see leaks, but I don't seek them out. They just kind of like arrive. So I've seen like bits and pieces, but like, you know, don't necessarily like go hunting for them. But I have no idea what kind of event. So apparently Tainari was going to be a big part of this upcoming event, and that was also why there was sort of tension with the voice actor situation. So that might change, or something might happen with that. I don't know. There is a big event. They didn't mention what the big event was. I just don't remember. Yeah, I don't super remember. Like, I don't super know what's happening in the next update, which is 2 weeks from now. we'll have a first look on it, assuming I do the Thursday stream. It's gonna be 2 weeks, right? Yeah, I don't know what's super happening, but we'll look at it tomorrow. We might talk about it on Sunday. Well, we'll see. I need to play through contrast so I don't get stuck on it. Alright, great. I do not have an Ayaka to help me out with this. This asshole. I have fought him exactly twice. Once in that sort of very complicated quest in Yashiori. Oh, well, I think I had like a couple of goes there because I was under-leveled. I guess secondly, I was trying to like build like material for Sayu. Ahaha! Medicine. Ah! Come on, that parry should have taken. Ooh, I'm nearly dead. Come on, there we go. There we go. Took me a little longer. But we got there. We got there in the end. Alright. Warriors duel thingy. Done. Ayaka's outfit revealed. We're done with Warriors. There is Ito's thing, but I want to check out this Jet event. We've got 1 more hour-ish in the stream. I want to see what this Jet quest is all about, because I've been hanging around with Jet and I didn't realize there was more to do. People start talking about it, so I want to check it out. I don't want that to go away. Jet's best girl. Jet is best girl. I love her. She already has a voice actor, even though I don't think I've ever heard her like actually voiced. But Jet is best girl. Can I canonically marry? I mean, I do not know how old Jet. She's meant to be a teenager, so I know my expression's like dodgy. But just Jet is. I mean, like canonically as in Lumine. There you go. Just Jet. I love her. Okay, yeah, we can do sort of some random things. Alright, so where's Jet? I've got Sucrose because I needed her for something. But Jet is in Sumeru. We've got like a few things you could do in Sumeru. We've got a reputation quest and stuff. But Jet is somewhere in this desert area, so let's go hang out there. Jet is best girl. I wanna cosplay as Jet. I've got like a blue wig I could repurpose to do her braids, but it needs to be conditioned. It's very curly and cheap, so I'll have to sort of figure out how to kind of wash it out and stuff. There's someone on TikTok who does that kind of work. I mean, I have a very expensive team comp at the moment. Where is... So they said go to where the village queen was, and you'll see... Oh, she's still there. Okay. Yeah, because I think... so what's happened is that she's supposed to be gone. And there's a... You pick up a key from someone. But no, Jet's still here. However, sorry, I'm just sort of skimming through. She cares. Okay, I'm a bit lost because there was sort of something to do with a key. That's why I feel like I've done this quest, right? Like there's nothing here that's sort of a quest marker that I can see anyway. She's still here. So I'm a bit lost as to what needs to happen. Because I saw like people on TikTok talking about it. And I was like, oh, you know, I've done all that. I've hoped Ben. And it's like been a few days, right? So there's any sort of server reset. No. There's some quest shenanigans and I feel like I'm missing a step. Ah, Sucrose, come on. Also, where the hell is this? Well, we don't know. We don't know. I'm gonna wander on aimlessly. Let's check out the Beatles. So this is an Inazuma related situation, so while I'm sure any adventurous guild would work, let's go Inazuma. Let's check out the Beetle fight. Ito's been in a lot of events recently. He's getting a lot of attention. Max Middleman, what up? Is this voiced? Do I get to be Catherine?
Come on, boss. You can't just let this one slide. You've painstakingly built up a reputation as the bona fide Beetle Battle King. You can't let that brat get away scot-free.
Yeah, that little punk must have used some underhanded trick to catch you off guard. I just know it.
What did you do? Oh my god, I only just realized I've had the URL thing the whole time. This is where normally the chat is, so... I mean, I guess they didn't notice because...
Hey, chill, boys, chill. Relax. I just underestimated my opponent, and can you blame me with how boring the kid looked? So, yeah, no worries. That fight didn't count. Anyway, enough about that. We're gonna stick to the plan, alright? The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl is going ahead. Then we'll bring out Crimson Staff. You know, the one I've been training for years. Just imagine.
Do you get a free weapon?
A whole audience cheering me on as Crimson Staff gets ready to crush
Oh no,
its
it's
opponent.
a Beetle, right?
That kiddo will be
Yeah,
trembling
like
with
she did
fear.
stuff.
No tricks this time, no sir. Just an easy win for Ito.
All right, boss. Way to go.
But we don't know when Shinobu's coming back. Where do we even start with organizing the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl? Based on our experience with the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival, we'll need to register the event with the Tenryo Commission and obtain a permit.
Someone
I think
remembers
we also
processes.
need proof of a venue rental.
Also, where
We're
is
going to
Fuji
need to
Shinobu?
pay for all that stuff somehow.
You're
If
like
we
the
want
brains of the
Extreme
operation
Brawl
now.
to be even more extravagant than the Drum-Along Festival, we'll need to spend at least 3 times the Mora.
Akira talk sense. Akira talk sense. Yes. Oh my God. Bless a production manager.
Stop! Stop! We don't say Tenryo Commission out loud, okay? It gives me migraines.
Where is your second right
So
hand?
we
though?
need some funds, huh? Easy. Just need to tweak our 3-day weekend policy, as well as our 1-day week policy. Let's work flat out and do 2 days on, 4 days off. That way, we'll work an extra 4 days between us, which means we'll earn 4 times as much. We'll be raking in the Mora.
Amazing,
Bro, you want 2
boss!
jobs?
Then all we need to figure out is how to make up the numbers for our team. And it doesn't matter who we pick, because you're practically a one-man army.
Shoot. That's right. That brat said he'll be bringing 5 of his top guys to
Damn.
fight us fair and square. But boss, you're the only one in our gang who's any good at beetle fighting. If they come at you in waves, you're gonna have a hard time no matter how good you are.
Ah, come on, you two. It's a little early
cat
to be
is
getting
watching
cold
me like,
feet.
what is
You're
this
thinking
bullshit?
too many steps ahead. Where's your Arataki gang attitude? Come on. I'll find a way to deal with this. Easy peasy, lavender melon squeezy. Maybe I can hit up my usual beetle fighting crowd. Or maybe I can visit Naganohara Fireworks and see if I can rope that gal into it. Oh, scratch that. If I
What,
did
you're-
that,
yeah.
then news of me losing to that brat would spread around Hanamizaka. Ugh, my reputation would never recover.
True. So, Bullchucker,
Bullshit. This is sounds very dirty.
Ah! Oh, you scared me. When did you get here?
seriously? We've been standing here for ages.
I
We
just
were
listening
headed
to
to the
everything.
Adventurers Guild, but then we saw you causing a commotion and talking about your next harebrained event idea.
Hey, don't forget the extreme part. Can't do without the coolest bit of the name, you know? Compadre, you'll understand my passion for beetle fighting
Compadre.
eventually. Just need more practice.
How much of this was ad-libbed?
Ah, so you're looking for a way to recover your pride after a humiliating defeat, are you?
I mean, a festival's one way to do it. A pretty extreme way, but one way to do it.
What? No, come on, it's not like that. I was ambushed. Ambushed, I'm telling ya.
That's right. Some poser calling himself Grandmaster Hanakato challenged the boss in a brief moment of exhaustion after an intense beetle battling session. He used a ridiculously huge Oni Kabuto and flipped boss's beetle over in a matter of seconds.
Flip.
And then he said something like, "Welcome to the
Test the
world
beetle for
of real
steroids."
beetle fighters."
Mamaru. Easy on the details, my dude. Anyway, compadre, I've heard that you're talented at pretty much everything. You pick up new skills almost instantly, and before you know it, you're a pro.
We are very quick learners, that's true.
Paimon knows what you're going to say next, Bullchucker. You're going to ask us to avenge you and defeat that Grandmaster Hanakato for free, aren't you?
Paimon's like a very aggressive agent.
For free? Flying lavender melon. Do you really think that
They
I,
kept the nickname from
Arataki
that
Ito, have no
that
code of
one.
honor?
Our conquest ages ago.
Listen, compadre, if you do this for me, I'll buy you both lunch for the next 2 months. 1 bowl of signature ramen every day for 2 whole months. How's that sound?
1 bowl every day? Oh, now that...
That's so...
That's the result of Boss's hard-won victory. Some little phony was going around calling himself the bona fide Beetle Battle King, and Boss couldn't
So
put
is
up with that.
alliteration.
So, Boss challenged him and said whoever wins gets the title. After 92 brutal rounds of beetle
Damn.
battling that lasted 1 full day and night, the Boss finally emerged victorious.
But the
I
kid
mean,
offered Boss a
persistence
1 free
hunters,
bowl
right?
of ramen daily coupon from his family's ramen stall in exchange for giving the title back in 2 months. We don't know how good his family's ramen is, but the sheer quantity being offered
It's gonna
made
be
it
for
too
all
good to
fried
refuse.
tofu and then Ito's already
Besides,
displayed.
Boss's beetle fighting techniques are improving so fast that he'll easily have won a more impressive title by 2 months from now. It's a great deal. The only slight snag is, We forgot to ask him where the ramen stall is.
There's no address in the bushes.
Don't sweat the details. Anyway, compadre, flying lavender melon, that's my offer. All that ramen just for you.
Wait, we haven't agreed yet?
I've already challenged this Grandmaster kid, and he accepted. He's gonna bring some reinforcements with him to face off against us. As for the venue, I think I have an idea. But first, compadre, I'm gonna need you to do me a solid and sort out all the pesky paperwork at the Tenryo Commission.
Nah,
Sound good?
we are the production manager.
All right then, my compadre and melon duo, let's hop to it.
Sheesh. Ito sure seems excited about all this. Ugh, guess there's no backing out now, huh? We might as well go along with this. We just have to learn how to beetle fight and help him beat his opponents, right? Sounds simple enough. Ugh, listen to you. Is Bullchecker's childishness really that infectious?
No, it's the ramen.
Manito
It's
is
the
more than
ramen, man. Ramen Mon. Does that even call Paimon Mon? Hey Mon. You don't get like a mini game where you fill out paperwork. Can you imagine? Alright, Ito. What do you need from me?
Not bad. Mamoru and Akira have delivered the goods. Let's start setting this baby up.
Where is yours? Second in command.
Ow! Now this is what I call an arena. Looking pretty good. Booyah, compadre! I didn't know you were so handy with this kind of thing. And this awesome poster I made is the cherry on top. It captures the mood perfectly.
That's really cute, actually. Oh my god.
Great carpentry, Traveler. And great artwork, boss.
This place seems pretty far from Inazuma City. You sure anyone's gonna show up to watch?
Ah, the
You bet
Peril
they
tried to
will.
organize
When
events
you're as famous as
on a
I
low
am,
budget.
People will flock to watch you. I heard this is the spot where they held the sword fighting contest during the Iridori Festival. That makes this the ideal venue for
Was it there for
Onikabuto
the
duels.
Iridori Festival? I don't remember.
Next up, time to show you my invincible Onikabuto, Crimson Staff.
Oh, it really is a red Onikabuto. Amazing. Huh. Paimon didn't expect you to put in this much effort. Where did you find this Onikabuto anyway? Can Paimon take a closer look?
Go ahead, feast your eyes. But I'm afraid I can't tell you what makes Crimson Staff such a special specimen.
He's spelling
That's
chili peppers.
my little secret.
Huh? That smells so familiar. What is that?
Ooh, Noella material.
Valerie Jim?
Huh? What? Oh, you're imagining things. You must be, like, super hungry or something.
Speaking of which, boss, you haven't applied a protective coating on top of the war paint yet, right? If it rains, then the 9,000 mora
We
we
could get you
spent on the
Valkyries.
imported jam is gonna go to waste.
Don't worry. The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl hasn't started yet. There's still
Yeah,
time to give
famous
Crimson
last
Staff
words.
one last layer of protective coating. All right, you guys go grab some flyers and start bringing in the crowds. In the meantime, I'll be helping my
What is she doing?
compadre and flying lavender melon here get up to speed. After
Someone's
that,
here.
we'll celebrate over a meal. So much going on. I've really got my work cut out for me today.
This your venue?
Oh my
Not
god, it's a
bad.
kid.
Bigger than I expected.
It's Grandmaster Hanakato.
It's
He's
Mini
here.
Scaramouche for being a brat.
What? You're not supposed to know about this place yet.
Aren't you forgetting something? Bonafide Beetle Battle King? We elite beetle fighters can sense each other's presence. Or how else would we have crossed paths last
Ooh,
time?
you does an elite battle. Beetle
Looks to
fighter.
me like you're still busy frantically preparing. Is that because you don't have a clue how to beat us?
No. In case you didn't know, me and my Onikabuto gotta get our brainwaves in sync before a battle. And until we're ready
Oh my
to
god,
roll,
imagine
I
if Ito was
always
at the sort
conserve
of the
my energy
mushroom
and keep a low
Pokemon thing
profile.
in Sumeru like a while back.
I just underestimated the strength of your beetle battler's sixth sense is all.
Huh? So that's the kid Ito lost to? Yeah, he does look pretty, but the way he talks is pretty unique. It almost feels like he was born to be Bullchucker's
Wait a
arch
minute.
nemesis.
They've got a
Grandmaster
kiss message going
Onikado!
on.
You did well to track me down, I'm impressed.
A platonic kiss
Looks
message.
like this bona fide Beetle Battle King needs to watch
If you know,
out
you
for
know.
pretenders to the throne. But you're about to regret showing up here uninvited because you have just earned yourselves a pre-Beetle Brawl trouncing.
Good. You seem more confident this time. And it sounds like you
Are you trying
actually
to
have a
train
game plan.
Ito using reverse psychology?
But if
What's
I
going on?
crushed you right away, I'd miss out on all the fun. So I'll let my subordinates play with you first.
Jesus, kid.
Using your minions to size up the competition now? Then we'll just send out Flying Lavender... nope. If Flying Lavender Melon's representing the Arataki gang, we gotta rise to the occasion. We'll need a better title. Got it. We'll send Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon out
God
to
damn.
teach you a lesson.
That is badass.
Huh? Why Paimon?
Boss!
They're
Are we
not
seriously going to
defensive.
fight them right now? We haven't had time to spread the news about the match yet. Also, your compadre and your compadre's Melon haven't even tried beetle fighting before.
You make a good point. But the fact is, the kid's here now, and I ain't about to back down. We'll have to put the publicity side of things on hold for now. As for beetle fighting techniques,
This is a live
I'll be
stream.
mentoring Flying Lavender Melon. Nope. Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon from the side. Battling's the best way to learn.
Imagine
Doesn't
Ito
matter if you
meeting
lose.
the Adepti. All the fancy names. My god, they drive each other nuts.
Hey! Why are you assuming that Paimon will lose before it's even started?
Go, White Iron Lavender Melon! Show him the might of the Arataki gang! Sending you out first is part of my elaborate strategy, you know. I got my inspiration from a Liyue tale that Shinobu told me.
Where is she?
Face their strongest with your weakest, their weakest with your average, and their average with your strongest. Then you're guaranteed to win 2 out of 3 rounds. You may be talented, but you lack practical battle experience. With all the elite beetle battlers here, I'm afraid to say you're a small fry. By sending a dopey little melon up first, we can get one of their best fighters to waste all their strength on the low-flying fruit. We'll make short work of them this
Wow.
time.
But according to your logic, if you're planning to face their leader, Grandmaster Hanakado, doesn't that make you our weakest fighter?
Haha.
Huh? That can't be right. Ah, you little twerp. I never said my strategy was exactly the same as the one in the story.
Fine. Paimon will do it already. But prepare to eat your words,
I feel like I need a
mister.
map to figure out what just happened.
Low-flying fruit? Paimon will show you.
Okay. Tap the forward button to instruct the Ogre to expand once. I need stamina to move faster forward and get closer to button. Okay. Hit the forward button to instruct the Ogre to charge its energy. Okay, yep. It's in, yep. Let's try charging this side. Okay, I barely can read this, so. This is a lot of information. Let's try around.
Ugh, what a pathetic.
Sorry.
You can paint your Onikabuto any color you want.
Electra.
The only thing that counts in battle is their electro affinity, the source of their power.
That's not a name I would expect.
Being able to pick out a prize Onikabuto from the crowd is all that matters. That's what makes or breaks every beetle fighter.
That's a strange theory. Even Paimon knows that performance in battle matters the most. Honing your beetle fighting skills is the most important thing.
I mean, the thing is, your beetles doing the work, so.
That's exactly right, Mini Melon. Nice sounding theory, but it ain't gonna help you if you don't know how to fight. Listen up, White Iron Lavender Melon. You need to watch your opponent's Onikabuto closely so you can dodge its attacks. Then in the opening right afterwards, you strike back. As long as the opponent's in range, Crimson Staff will hit him hard.
Got it. So when the opponent attacks, we get our Onikabuto to retreat. And when there's an opening, we move it forward and strike while they're still recovering. Sounds simple enough. Paimon will give
Let's
it a
see
go.
if I remember
the
that.
Traveler heard the explanation too, so Paimon bets we're both ready for battle.
Are you seriously learning beetle fighting right before a match? You underestimate who you're up against. Enough talk. Put your Onikabuto on the table and show me what you've got.
All the boys have the same haircut. Yeah. Aha. Okay. Aha. We win.
Piece of cake! You don't mess with this white iron lavender melon!
Amazing, Mini Melon!
Mini Melon.
Whoa! Pretty talented, ain't ya? You sure showed them who's boss. You, my little friend, have earned yourself an egg roll later today. Huh?
Grandmaster Hanakato, I lost to a complete novice. I've let you down.
This kid is too much cult powers.
Don't worry. It seems that there are a force to be reckoned with. We should inform the other generals to prepare for battle. You defy my expectations once again, bona fide Beetle Battle King. I didn't expect you to find such formidable warriors so quickly. From today onward, I will send one of my generals here daily to face you.
Daily, huh?
Be sure that you survive until the final battle. Otherwise, your declaration of war will become the laughingstock of the entire beetle fighting world.
Alrighty then.
Aw, wait just a minute. Leaving so soon? What are you, scared? He's so annoying. Turning up here uninvited, talking to us in that smug tone, then taking off before we're done with him.
From what Grandmaster Hanakato said, seems like he's gonna send some of his minions to challenge us. Guess we'll have another battle before too long, huh?
That's right. Looks like we won't have time to make the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl the grandest event ever organized by the Arataki gang.
You tried.
Works for me.
I feel like you could rebrand an event organizing agency.
We're here to battle, and battling is what we're gonna
You're
do.
event producers. Lean into that.
Look at you flying, sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Defeating your first powerful enemy, starting to make a name for yourself as a fighter, huh? Really gets me into the fighting spirit. Gets me thinking about myself back in the day when I first entered the Hanamizaka beetle battling scene. Yeah, taking on the pros for the first time.
Oh, so did you also take down an expert when you first started, Bullchecker?
Yeah, what's your
Boss
story?
got brutally beaten.
I think Boss is saying he was inspired by White Iron Lavender Melon's performance because he himself was defeated back in the day.
Come on, that's all in the past now. Spilled milk, water under the bridge. It's up to the three of us now.
That has to
Me,
be ad-libbed.
the bona fide beetle battle king, Paimon, the sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon, and Traveler, the Oni King's right hand.
That should be Shinobu.
The three of us have to unite to take down Grandmaster Hanakato and all his minions.
Where is Shinobu?
Before we face each opponent, we need to talk strategy. As long as we win more
strategy is very
matches than we
Shinobu.
lose, Grandmaster Hanakato will have to face me personally.
Bullchecker seems to be taking this all pretty seriously. Still, that beetle fight was pretty fun. And we do get 2 months worth of free ramen if we help him win this. Let's go along with it and do our best.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about! Just follow my lead and give your all in battle. Grandmaster Hanakato's about to get more than he bargained for!
Yeah, great. What happens now? So, how's this work? Okay, so there's one we could do now. But, So here's the deal. Firstly, there's no one here. Let's be frank. No one's really noticing. Aside from our usual friends, the bots. But also, I am feeling a little bit woozy because it's been a hot day and I'm feeling a little bit sick. So I might call the stream early, if that's okay with people. Pain grocer. What is everyone's names? Yeah, I might just call it early for now. Like, yeah, because I've got a bit of a headache coming on. But we'll see you again on Sunday at 5 p.m. For more of contrast, possibly contrast. I am still stuck on that one area, so I have to sort of sort that out first. Because I don't want to spend like the first 10 minutes of stream just like, get me out of here. And then we'll see where we go from there, you know. Got new jobs in the plural. And see how that affects streaming moving forward. You can find me at CreateXTierra on almost everything. I'm CreateXTierra at mage.com if you're on Mastodon. My website's CreateXTierra.com or QuillyMagician.com. Oh, I'm still checking my Facebook. And I just wanted to say one more thing about the Elliot Gindi situation. It sort of went to close up a bit. Which is that this will happen very quickly. I've seen people like reply to the official Genshin announcement being like, oh, they took too long. It's like, it's barely been a week. It's amazing they took a week. Like, I was fully expecting it to take like months of investigation before, you know, so much you have to do. Like, you know, as an example, look at the situation with Ned and the Try Guys. Now, Ned's situation, it's not about like child sexual abuse, but it was.
What was that?
I sort of pause it so Super doesn't talk over me. It's about Ned's situation was about a breach of professional boundaries. In his case, being boss and employee, right? It wasn't just cheating on his wife. That's one thing, but it was like with an employee. So it's a position of power situation, just like Elliot, in that sense. Very dodgy legal territory. You know, it could lead to like accusations of favoritism in the office, or you know, the employee could feel coerced, going on what the boss says, stuff. So it's very legally troubling territory, and that took the Try Guys about a month to investigate. Like around then, because they had to like sort of first investigate everything, right? They need to investigate what they found out from a fan. So they need to find out if it was true firstly, which involves like interviewing the staff. And then there was all this legal stuff they had to do. They had to like make sure they couldn't really say whatever they wanted about the case. They had to like talk to lawyers to know like what's legal for them to say, because you know, you run the risk of like the other person, like Ned or Elliot in this case, claiming defamation, and then that becomes like a huge lawsuit thing. I've had people threaten defamation on me before for me speaking up for the truth. Scary as. And Australia has sort of defamation laws that are not very friendly to like people who are in the right. So anyway, yeah. So you know, and then there's like the practical stuff of like, how do you fire someone? You know, like you could just say, oh, you're fired, but it's usually some sort of like exit paperwork or something you need to do. You know, there's all of this stuff that needs to happen, and that it all happened for Toyoverse in a week is freaking remarkable. It means as soon as they heard, they went into action, right? And yeah, like Fredcore, mentioned on Twitter, has gathered a lot of evidence, but you know, you need to verify that evidence, right? Like, you need to verify that it's legit, and I'm sure like the material had helped somewhat, but like, and also like it helped that you had like Karina, who experienced, like Elliot sort of came out to them personally, revealed themselves to them personally, so you had sort of direct evidence from other voice actors. Like, I think maybe other VAs that also had to deal with this, like, so they know. So probably the investigation happened like super quickly, because they've managed to get a lot of evidence, but like sort of upfront. But again, these and like with the Try Guys, right? The Try Guys situation, it's very local, right? It's a local team. They might have remote workers somewhere, but it's mostly a local team. It's a much smaller team, but it was tricky because it involved someone who was part owner of the company, and so that's like a whole thing. Took them a month. This is people in 2 different countries. Like, however, it's a Chinese company. Elliot is part of the US cast, and so you have sort of 2 different legal jurisdictions, really. Hoyoverse like said it was due a breach of contract. A lot of the contract have like morality clauses, right? And so like, they can't, all they could say was breach of contract. They couldn't say like, oh, he was found to be a sexual predator, because that's defamation territory. Elliot could easily say like, no, I wasn't. Like, in his voice, like, I've never went after someone who was underage. It was like an abject lie, but he could claim that, right? All they could say was breach of contract, but that's something they could prove was breach of contract, right? And that's all they can say. Therefore, they have to clear it with like their social media people and the legal people, because again, you have like, Chinese law versus like US law and sort of the English speaking world. Like, they might have to deal, I think they have an office in Singapore, right? Probably and so you sort of have to clear with that too. Like, what's the international implications for any of this? What's the international implications for defamation? Like, does Elliot's casting being in the English speaking cast, does that mean it's also under purview from like different countries, not just the United States? What does that mean, right? International contract law is complicated, and the fact that they did it this quickly is highly remarkable, right? And they've also, like, right now, not only have they fired Elliot, they need to find a replacement for him. That takes time. But they're already saying in subsequent versions, which includes this, I think it's 3.5, this subsequent versions. Actually, yes, it is 3.5. So meaning, starting from the version that's coming up right now, most likely they're gonna have to find someone to voice Tainari, which is ambitious considering that version's coming out in 2 weeks. And VAs, like, I've always tried to like sneak an answer out for like how long does it take between you recording like a thing and it showing up in game. No one ever's giving me a straight answer, but somewhere between 6 months to a year is not uncommon, right? And so it's like, do you do the thing they apparently did with Diana's VA when she was sick, that they had Jianglin's VA sort of sub in for a bit? Like, is that something you do in the time being? Do you just mute him, like play it like one of the major world quests, like Jet, very chatty, unvoiced, right? Do you do that for the event? Do you keep Elliot's voice? They say no, right? They said subsequent versions, so that means they must have had some sort of plan in place, or they need to put some plan in place to get that sorted, on top of the legal issues of getting Elliot fired and making the announcement and all of that. And is there stuff, like, I remember the VA's talking about trying to get Elliot a wellness check, and I don't know how far along that is, but Elliot's like suicide watch right now, right? To try not put it lightly, but he's kind of a danger to himself too in this regard, and so there might be sort of things around that. And so everyone is complaining that Hoyoverse didn't act fast enough. If they acted any faster, this could have been a disaster. If they acted any faster, they wouldn't have had the chance to do due diligence. Elliot could sue them for defamation, or whatever. He could still try to sue them, and might have slightly more basis for it compared to now. The situation kept changing every day too, and so the fact that Hoyoverse managed to do it in exactly a week is freaking remarkable. So much props to Hoyoverse. And I know this is not the first time they've had to do this. They did this with like Oz's Chinese VA for similar reasons. And a consequence of that was that Fischl was not in any events until they found a new actor for Oz. So official was sort of like a year before she was present in like any of the big events, and then we had like her showing up a bunch of times. So the same might happen for Tighnari. Probably the Tighnari is already happening in coming in an event, so we don't even know, right, if they've changed the plans around the events now. Like, we'll find out tomorrow. It might be Saturday my time, I'm not sure. We'll find out when they do the announcement. Like, will they mention it on stream? I don't know, because like even if they remove Tighnari's English VA, if that removal also involves removal of content, every other country's version is going to get impacted, because you're not going to have an event that's exclusive to any one language version. Something happens at event in like one language version, it happens in all languages version, right? So if they change that one event that Tighnari is supposed to be present in, that also affects the Chinese players, that also affects the Korean players, that also affects the Japanese players, on top of the English ones. So that's like a big consideration, and I wouldn't be surprised if it took them longer, because they had to figure out what to do with the update. Like, it's like, oh shit, we have to sort of reorganize our plan, which might happen, and it's kind of a complicated thing to like code, or plan out or flowchart out. So the fact that they've managed to do something about it in a week is remarkable, especially this is a day or two before the big announcement for the next version. Like, the timing could not have been any worse. But yeah, props to Hoyoverse for being so quick on the ball with this. I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm curious to know who the next Tighnari VA is. That person is going to be in a very difficult situation, because I feel like their background is going to be put under so much scrutiny. Like, I feel like it's going to be true for like the VAs across the board, but especially the new ones, and especially whoever's replacing Elliot as Tighnari. That is going to be a lot of pressure on this person, because it's like, if you're the slightest bit imperfect, people will jump after you. For like understandable reasons, everyone's a little bit on edge, right? And they just don't want like a repeat of Elliot, and so they might like sort of hyper focus on your flaws. And like I've talked before how part of this project with VTubing is that I do want to be involved as a voice actor in some way. I talk about, hey, Hoyoverse hired me to do stage magic consulting for Fontaine. Haven't heard back, but maybe become a voice actor for Genshin Impact. Bit of a pipe dream, but it's not like it's a goal. It's just sort of more in a someday maybe box, but it's there, right? I want to do more voice acting in general, but I also have a history of I got a long performance history of burlesque. Have kind of work kind of adjacent-ish to sex work. Being in those circles a lot. Like, unlike a lot of this, you find my website, creatrixtr.com. It's on my portfolio, right? Queen Lady Magician has dealt with, like, not adult stuff per se, like nothing sexual, but like my signature ad is a menstrual cup and balls, right? Like, and there's like a bit where I throw condoms in the audience, right? So it's not for kids. Like, there's this stuff around my background, like just in my career, that could raise a few alarm bells for reasons that shouldn't be. But like, we see about like people who have had histories with sex work when they try to transition to other careers, and especially careers where there may be some connection with children, like teaching, for example. Even though the adult work is kept far away from kids, like, then they have never harmed any kid, especially sexually, and don't intend to, like, ever. The fact that they've had a history of working in sex work, like in porn or like prostitution, but sex is a proper term for that, stuff like that works against them a lot. So I am aware that this might be a thing that happens with me. And like, look, there was a point in time when like about 10 or so years ago, when I was honestly a bit jackass to people. It was a complicated situation, but there's been people who've been sort of like stalking me online ever since, and sometimes for those jackassism, sometimes not. It sort of escalate to like, oh, you're an illness faker. I get that, and they could make my life miserable as a VA, and so so there's all these considerations to make, and I feel like whoever's gonna take over Tainari's spot is going to get a lot of that, just because of the situation, just because they sort of have to fill in like some very, very difficult shoes, you know. Yeah, so I am hoping whoever voices Tainari next is going to be okay. And I don't just mean okay, like please don't be a predator, because that's bare minimum, but just like I hope they'll be okay in terms of like their safety, and that the scrutiny isn't so much that stuff that's benign gets marked as, oh, you're also problematic. Anyway, so that's my rant. That took up a good like 10 minutes of the stream. I was gonna sign off. I was so past time to sign off. Like, let's look at my Facebook. You know what? We always close our stuff with a wishing thing. I am not gonna wish on these banners because I don't want any of these people. I mean, I have Beidou, Ningguang, and Xingqiu already, and I don't want Hu Tao. I've got Yelan, and I don't need, like C6 anybody. But I do have sort of a spare one of these blue things. So I just want to wish and see. Oops. No. Let's see what happens in the standard banner. Yep, filler. Alright. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway. See what the achievement is.
Take a look.
I got 2! Defeated Magu Kenku without being hit by its phantom attacks. Okay, great. So, defeated Magu Kenku without triggering a very specific parry. Cool, okay. Do I need anything else? No, okay. Alright, so we've managed to fill up a bit of time. So we're just sort of closing the stream like a little bit ahead of schedule, just because I'm having a little bit of a headache. And I don't think there's anything we could do that would like sort of fill up the next 10 minutes. I mean, it will, but it will take me like another like 20-30 minutes. And I'd rather like sort of close early and too late, with my headache and stuff. Anyway, so as I was saying before I got derailed by myself, you can find me creatingstera.com, creatingstera.com. I am creatingstera on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. That's an interesting one. And creatingstera and mage.town on Mastodon. So feel free to say hi. I'll see you again, most likely Sunday. Talk to you later. Bye.